I remember my girlfriend said she was busy with another friend, and I thought she was just hanging out with one of her girlfriends that she always kept texting every time we were on a date. But the time when I actually followed her and I turned the hallway corner and I saw she was with another dude, I was about to walk up to her and confront her until I saw them making out. At this moment, I realized my girlfriend lied to me. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to another really sad, but I gotta say, embarrassing story. Now, this story all takes place back in my grade 9 year. And in grade 9, I was a pretty simple guy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I really was just getting into my stages of becoming a player, but I was more of a hopeless romantic. So anytime I thought I had a shot with a girl, I would see myself as like the main character of a movie and kind of just think, you know what? Like, what's the best way for me to, like, you know, pull this girl in? And I remember one time my grade 9 year, I was walking down the school hallway and out of nowhere, I ended up actually bumping into this one girl. Now, this one girl I actually bumped into, she was talked about a lot throughout the high school, and she was actually known as being one of the more pretty girls in school that, let's just say, I never thought I would have a shot with. But I remember when me and her bumped into each other, I actually ended up dropping my backpack as she ended up dropping some papers on the floor for her biology class, I guess she had. So as I'm helping her pick up all these papers, I remember she looks at me and says, "Oh, wait, you're Bubba, right?" Yeah, hi, nice to meet you. Wait, aren't you the kid that sits in the back of language arts class? Yeah, we have a class together. It's good to meet you finally. I gotta head to science. I'll talk to you later. And when she got up and walked away, at that moment, I'm not gonna lie, I was in love. I know that sounds really insane from just me bumping into a chick, but you gotta understand, like I said earlier, I was a helpless romantic. So me, I saw this as some sort of sign from God that this girl might be the one. And in my mind, as I was walking away from her, I thought to myself, wait, she said talk to me later. When's later? Is that like, you know, tomorrow? The day after? A week after? When's later? As the school day went on, I remember language arts came around and I ended up walking into my language arts classroom, and instantly I ended up seeing her sitting in the front of the classroom. And as I was walking by to basically go sit in my seat that's in the back, she looks at me straight in my eyes as I was walking by and says, "Oh, Bubba, you don't have to sit back there. You want to sit beside me?" Yeah, cool, sure. And I remember when that was said, my friend that would sit in the back of class with me looks at me as if I was just like the most W guy ever. Like, he was like majorly proud of me for basically getting out of my shell, I guess, and being able to pull girls, which, to be fair, later on as years went by, he realized I was just a major player and it was gross. But going on, at this moment, he was really proud of me. And I remember I sat beside the girl that I ended up bumping into. Me and her, we sat together, we started talking, and one thing led to another. I'm not gonna lie, she ended up asking me out. It wasn't even me asking her out. She asked me out and said, "Hey, yeah, so Bubba, what are you doing after school today?" Nothing. I'm just hanging out. Why? What's up? Well, do you want to like maybe like, I don't know, go get some food together? Like, you seem like a really cool guy. Yeah, I'm down. Sure. I am not joking when I say this. I was the most happiest kid that day. Like, this felt better than Christmas, my birthday, Valentine's Day, when you actually get a lover. Like, it felt really, really good. I even remember when the bell rang, I ended up walking out of the classroom and kind of did like a fist going, yes, cheering my victory. But let's just say things got a lot worse from there, because I remember after school that day, me and her, we ended up going on a date and everything went well. But I'm not gonna lie, every time I would like try to talk to her or have a conversation with her, she was always on her phone messaging another person. Now, this moment, I got a little off and I'm like, okay, like, who is she texting? Like, why is this girl texting someone else in the middle of our date? Usually during a date, I don't like have my phone out at all. If anything, sometimes I fully shut it off or put it on do not disturb, just because I want to, you know, actually get to know the person that I'm with and basically stay off technology since it's literally consumed our lives. But I remember during the date, it got to the point where I looked at her and said, "So, who are you texting right now?" "Oh, I'm just texting one of my girls. She's just going through a midlife crisis, so I just have to deal with it." "You have to deal with it?" "Well, yeah, I'm always there for my friends for whatever they need." "Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, that's good. You're being a good friend." "Yeah, like, you gotta understand, like, when it comes to friends, I'm always there for them and I would never lie to them." "Huh. Okay, cool." Now, this moment, I thought this was like a really good green flag, but then later on in the story, you'll see why things got a lot worse. Because I remember when I got home that day after the date, I remember I ended up hopping on my Xbox and started playing games with the boys. I ended up hopping into an Xbox Live party chat and all of us started talking about our day and stuff. And I ended up mentioning my date that I had with this girl. At the moment, all my friends were like, "Wait, you went on a date, bro? Wait, how'd it go? What happened?" "Oh, you know, just me and her. We went out to get some food. It was pretty good, but she was always on her phone. I don't know why." At that moment, I remember one of the guys in the Xbox party chat ended up saying something that made me really think, but he ended up saying, "Wait, what do you mean she was always on her phone. What was she doing? Oh, I don't know. She was just texting one of her friends, I guess. Wait, Bubba, what was this girl's name? When I said the name of the girl, I remember my friend, he ended up screaming into the mic going, oh, wait a second. Bro, Bubba, don't go out with her. Don't do it. What? Why? Bro, you do understand. She's like a massive player, right? What do you mean a massive player? Bubba, you know like how many dudes she talks to, bro? Like she talks to a lot of dudes, bro. She was not talking to one of the girlfriends. I don't know, bro. She told me it was one of the girlfriends, and to be honest, she doesn't seem like someone that would lie. Bubba, I don't think you know what you're talking about, bro. Trust me, bro. You don't want to date this girl. At that moment, I remember I ended up turning off my Xbox. I just got really annoyed and pretty pissed off because I thought, you know, why would this girl want to hurt me? She didn't seem like someone that would lie to me. She even said herself, she's not a liar. Until the next day at school, I realized she was lying. And what ended up happening next really actually just made me realize that all girls are the same and that Juice WRLD was right. I remember the next day at school, in the morning, I ended up entering the school hallway and I saw her at her locker. So what I decided to do is walk up to her and say, hey, I had a really good date yesterday. Do you want to like maybe hang out at lunch? Oh, I mean, yeah, we can. I just have to deal with one of my girlfriends, you know, like the one's having a midlife crisis. I just have to go see her real quick. And then afterwards, I'll meet up with you. Is that cool? Yeah, sure. I don't mind. So I ended up walking away from her. And at that moment, I had a weird feeling in my stomach. You know that feeling in your stomach where you feel like something's about to go wrong and something's just not right? That's the exact feeling I had. And I didn't want to think too much of it. But at the same time, as a helpless romantic, I always end up doing the most dumbest things I could think of. Let's be real here. Hell, that's what this channel is fully for. Just all the dumb things I've done. But this one thing I ended up doing made me feel really interesting because I remember when lunch came around and I was waiting for her by the cafeteria, I ended up basically standing there just kind of waiting for her. And I want to say 10 minutes went by and one of my friends ended up walking up to me. He walked up to me saying, yo, Bubba, what are you doing, bro? All the guys are waiting at the table. Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting for my date. You have a date at lunchtime? Yeah, with the girl I told you guys about yesterday on Xbox. Wait, Bubba, are you sure like she's gonna actually show up? Because I saw her talking to some dude down the hallway not that long ago. And trust me when I say this, bro, they didn't look like they were just talking as friends. At that moment, I got worried and I decided to basically go to the hallway he talked about. And right as I turned into the hallway, I saw her there sitting with some dude. So I thought, okay, maybe this was like, you know, an inconvenience, you know? So I ended up texting her on her phone while I was directly staring at her saying, hey, like, I'm waiting by the cafeteria. When are you gonna show up? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just talking to one of my girlfriends right now. He's just going through a lot. Just give me a second. And then I ended up looking at her and I saw that she was lying to me. And right as I was about to go up to her and confront her that she was lying to me, out of nowhere, this dude and her just start making out right in front of me. I remember I froze in place, not knowing what in the world was going on. I was confused. I was really hurt. I was honestly really upset. And right as they stopped kissing, I remember this girl ends up looking down the hallway and she saw me at the end of the hallway basically staring at her. She knew she messed up. Me and her, we ended up locking eyes for like a good like 5 seconds. And at that moment, I just ended up walking away. I walked away. I ran straight to the bathroom and I just sat in the bathroom stall knowing that she lied to me. And to be honest, me in grade 9, like I said, I was a helpless romantic. So seeing that really just hurt. But at the same time, I don't know. In a way, I guess she was just part of my origin story for becoming the biggest player at school. But at the same time though, if girls ever lied to you, then just fall for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.